All right, Pisces, welcome in to your June reading. So we're taking a look at the month ahead, getting some guidance, information for you that can best help you for your highest and best good. And we have Jupiter attending, and that indicates some good luck for you this month. We're going to see what's happening. So, if anyone is interested in a private reading, you can schedule one on my website, which is below in the description. So there's that. And Jupiter's being all crazy. And if you have cats, you know how it works. The cats rule the house. But I also feel like the cats are drawn to the energy as I'm reading, and also they provide some great energy as well back. So they are always welcome in my readings and for you guys. All right, let's take a look. I keep forgetting here. I've talked about it in some zodiac readings and some I'm forgetting, so I'm just remembering for you guys the monthly themes for June. So we are in Gemini season, so those are going to be communication, growth, and learning. So I talk about them. I started that a few months back. So as far as the themes, it really gives you some perspective on things to really focus on. I think the themes as well are going to pop up for all of us, not just Geminis. But it's asking us to really grow in the sense of, from a communication standpoint, from learning something new. It could be just learning a lesson that we haven't fully learned. It could be learning new information, evolving our mindset, evolving spiritually, and just general growth from an intellectual perspective, growing in our connections and how we communicate. So that's something to really sit and kind of, you can write down those 3 words and kind of sit on, hey, where do I feel like I can improve in this area? What are some things I can do this month to enhance those areas of my life? So wanted to call that out. All right, let's get moving. So Pisces, June, what's going on? Ooh, healing chaos. Yeah, definitely. There's some sort of, I feel like, learning in revolves to inner learning of our past. If there is chaos internally, so this is this card is just like, means a lot to me, you know, in working with my own healing and doing, if you haven't heard of it, it's called IFS, or internal family systems. It's a method of kind of therapy. It really is just, everyone's talking about it, from Teal Swan to, you know, this, it's one of the, I feel, I've tried a lot of different healing modalities and therapies, but I think this one really is the one that gets to the root of things. And it really is about connecting to all these different parts of ourselves that were created, that are stuck. Childhood parts of us, there's protector parts that were created from a psychological perspective, and we're connecting with these parts. And for me internally, I did have this tornado that literally was living energetically, and I had to work through this. And it does create inner chaos. So there is something here about healing. I like in this card too, there's butterflies coming out of the tornado, because the tornado is actually transformative, and it's going to really, this is what's helping us. The tornado within us is really saying, hey, there's something here. Okay, I'm here for a reason. And we created the chaos or the tornado as some sort of either coping mechanism or protective measure to help us maybe contain trauma or chaos that we just couldn't deal with maybe at some point in our childhood or life. Power, definitely. Look at that tornado, that wind is creating the energy that is so strong and powerful. And I feel like this, you're going to be able to use this to your advantage. It's going to create power and confidence with you, but it's going to help you propel yourself in some way in your life. Protection. Interesting. So Pisces, you see in this power card and the protection card, there's lightning here. And the tree is kind of, even though they say don't go under a tree in a lightning storm, but I feel like in this card, it's kind of representing some protection from the lightning, from the chaos or the storm. You may have a month of a lot of triggers for you, because things might be really coming to the surface, because it's time for you to really face them, address them, and utilize them in a new way, instead of either pushing them down or it just coming out in like outbursts, anger, things like that, Pisces. So something here. So let's see what's going on with this. So we have the Three of Swords. So to me, the root of the chaos here ties down to some heartache, some feeling betrayed. This is definitely trauma. This could go back to childhood. It could be tied to just things that have happened in your life, relationships that have been very difficult for you, betrayals. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the King of Cups, that's you, and then the Six of Swords. So I do like where you're headed here, Pisces. I do feel like you're getting more in touch with your emotions, finding some harmony, maybe integration, any sort of tumultuous emotions that you haven't fully faced, tied to heartache here. And part of your heartache, if there's something going on right now, if there's a situation, I feel like there's been a slow situation here that's just been like dragging on, and there hasn't been like a full either repair, clarity about the direction you're moving. Someone's been dragging their feet potentially, but I feel like wherever you are in your life, something's been slow. You've been trying to work it out though. The Three of Pentacles is about trying to work with either another person or someone else and trying to build and repair something, or just build. What do we want to build together? How do we want to build our future? Trying to repair maybe a foundation that has not been good. I feel like you've really been focused on that. I guess we'll see. Maybe the heartache is due also to someone else not being as invested or able to meet you where you want to be met. But I like the Six of Swords because you're moving ahead in a good direction. So the futures I see is clear. I feel a path opening up that's going to be easier for you. You're definitely moving into an easier period of your life. But let's see what else is going on here. Seven of Pentacles. So something you've been doing for a long time. Again, relationship, whatever it is, work. You've kind of been investing your time into this. You feel really invested to the point of like, you're like, I can't just, haven't been to a point, it's been suffering. It's definitely been heartache for you, but you just still are like, it's like you're putting that effort into it. You continue to put the effort in. Three of Cups. And then the Wheel of Fortune. So we have some divine timing coming up in June. So there's something that has to shift in June for you. There could be something around some sort of social engagement, party, gathering that's coming up, that I feel like there is some sort of, that's kind of a pivotal point on your path that's going to help shift you. Let's see, Ace of Earth. Yeah, there is an opportunity, a new door opening up. Knight of Swords, and then the King of Pentacles. So there's a big focus here. This could be for you. But there's a focus here on the Pentacles, on like, what do I want to build? Like, what do I want my life to look like here? There's something about the physical, the tangible that you want to focus on. And to me, in the middle here, like, you're kind of chomping at the bit here. There's something you want to do, and you're ready to you're like, I'm ready to go forward here. Again, you have this Six of Swords, and then you have the Knight of Swords. So there's this essence of like, I feel like you have some clarity about like, hey, this is what I want to do next. This is what I see ahead for me. What do I want to do something new. I see like a new life, kind of a new doorway that I want to go through. So two things here. For some of you, this, whatever, it could be connections, friends, networking, some sort of social, like I said, get together, may propel things to like, for you to ready to move fast on something. It could propel an opportunity for you. For some of you, I feel like you've been investing in something for a long time that just, I don't want to say it's a waste of time, but I feel like the universe is going to say in June, it's time to stop putting your time and effort into this. Because there is some sort of, the Three of Cups can also refer to like a third party. So there's this third energy that's getting in the way. And I could think that too, this is kind of the angry knight. What's interesting is we have the Chaos card, we have the Power, and then the Protection. So you could also be harnessing some anger and resentment as well, and using that now. This is really going to become a problem for you, this third energy that's always getting in the way of how you see things should be, how you want to live, maybe how someone you're dealing with. And so you get angry, and finally that anger, you're going to use that anger to your advantage now to kind of be your kind of gas that's going to say, nope, I feel the power and the motivation to do this, and I'm going to do it anyways. What's interesting, and the Tower just showed up, so that was on the bottom. So there's going to be some sort of Tower moment. We have the Four of Wands. So there could be an opportunity to move, or like this could be just a house, but it could be location here. You've been really striving away, trying to make something work where you're at, trying to make it kind of build upon it. But I do feel like there's a shift, an opportunity. It could be a different relationship, or just, again, something around your personal life. There's a new opportunity here. Eight of Pentacles. See, now we have job popping up. And then the Seven of Wands. So there could be a new job opportunity that is asking for you to move locations. This could refer to you, if this is a relationship too, that's part of this. This could be you. You've been trying to work at this energy in the relationship. There's like always this third energy that's getting in the way of like the Two Cups. There's always Three Cups. There's this third thing. It could be, I talk about this a lot, and you'll hear it in other readings, but like it could be third parties can refer to addictions, or just emotional immaturity, relationships where someone just isn't able to emotionally show up. So there's always something in the way of really the two of you really being receptive and open to each other, to their relationship. It can be commitment phobias, but like I feel like you've been trying to work through this, and maybe working through the anger and resentment. But ultimately here, I feel like you need to finally stand up for yourself and set some boundaries, and clearly stand up for what you want. And maybe this new opportunity is something that you're like, this is what I want to do this. And someone could not be on the same page as you. I have been getting a bit of a trend with readings in June, like people coming up, there's like resistance in the external world, and I feel like it's people. So it's almost like you're finding yourself, you're getting kind of impassioned and like inspired to maybe to make change in your life. And there's going to be, it's always that test. There's going to be people in your external world that may not be on the same page. They may not think you should do it, and they might try and even stop you. And it's there's been a lot of identifying things that don't work for you anymore, but also like life is going to start to really show you who's aligned with your future, who's supporting you in your dreams and what you want to do. And some things do have to end and change. Let's see what the Tower's about. Can we get more about the Tower? So, love. So something's going to kind of finally, some breakthroughs when it comes to a relationship. I feel it could be a Tower moment of like, this isn't working. And you know it does, High Priestess. So you already know. I feel like you already know intuitively. There could be a little bit of still trying, like, this is kind of like intuitively knowing something's not working, and I'm putting all this time and effort and doing the internal work and trying to work at a potential relationship. And it's like, I think you know, but yet you're maybe trying to deny it and still trying to see the potential or see maybe it'll still change. But I feel like this is all going to come to light. Like, this is really, the Tower and the High Priestess is like major enlightenment about something around relationship. Yeah, Chariot. Look at this. These are all major arcana cards. So this is major. This is a major shift for you in June, Pisces. But I'm telling you, like, maybe there's been some resistance to trying to do something differently or to change something. But I feel like as soon as you make that decision and change, things are going to just like move forward really fast for you. And it's going to be very positive. What's this? Three of Cups, Knight of Swords. Nine of Wands. Yeah, something's really been challenging. Very challenging. And I do feel like you've come to the point of like wanting to give up many times on this. But I do feel like you've been trying to do the work, trying to be like, hey, I'm going to continue to try and put effort into this and not give up. But what's the guidance here? Because what's the guidance? Four of Swords, healing again. There's a focus on healing. I feel like you have to continue, if you are doing inner work, continue to do your own inner work or start some inner work, because you need to do the healing with you. If you're the mirror of your experience, especially in relationships, is just mirroring back your own inner chaos, turmoil, emotional dissonance. And even though if you're like, well, I'm the one showing up in the relationship, there's still parts of you that are stuck. And where is this situation? Like where do you remember this from? Like, what are these things in this relationship that you're like, oh yeah, this was totally the dynamic between, you know, me and my mom, or my mom and my dad, or like, this is what we went through. What I saw always as a child, these are the types of relationships. Knight of Cups, self-love. I feel like healing and self-love is going to clear the confusion about this situation for you. I also feel like you need to get really clear on emotionally what you want, what your needs and desires are. And this is about, to me, giving it to yourself and doing for you. If you've been waiting for someone else to fulfill your needs and desires and they're not, or not able to, this is a shift, because when we do the healing, we realize, oh, maybe you haven't, you haven't really even been clear about what your true needs and desires are in a relationship. And once you do some healing, you'll get some clarity on, oh, these are my needs. I actually have needs, and my needs are deserving of getting fulfilled. And it's finding someone who actually is open and ready, rather than trying to continue to keep trying to get someone else to see you and to see what the chaos is. You need to take the lead here, because you're the only one that can drive your own chariot. And when you drive your own chariot, all of a sudden people start saying, oh, I want to join you and I want to be along for the ride, instead of somebody else trying to control your chariot or be like, hey, you need to join my chariot. But you're like, but that's not what I want. That's not what I truly want. And maybe you have been riding someone else's chariot because you're like, well, I don't want to lose them. But in reality, they're running the show and taking you along for the life that they want to live, when it's never been your dream. It's been theirs. And in the end, like, you've kind of, to me, got the short end of the stick. Like, you've been doing all the work. You've been putting all the work and effort into this. You've been diligently being with the one, like, sowing the seeds and planting and, like, watering and, like, you know, taking care of business. And this person hasn't done any of it. So where does that lead you? It leads you to where you are right now. And June is the month of fated, destined shifts that's going to take you where on your path, on the path of your true dream. And that's what you need to think about here. You've been living someone else's dream. And it's time to shift here. So, all right, Pisces, great stuff. Very empowering for you. There's a lot of powerful energy in this reading for you with this, healing the chaos. And I also feel like, you know, again, there's a lot of support right now from spirit, from guides. You're protected here, so if you're worried about how to move forward or how to find your power, this could be about inner power too, how to stand up for yourself and make decisions in the face of things that have, you know, taken your power. I feel like this is going to give you a lot of, you're going to grow a lot from this. And I feel like you're going to be a great new person on the other side. So Pisces, like this reading, definitely subscribe if you haven't yet. And yeah, enjoy your June. Don't forget to take a look at your rising moon and Venus sign readings. And otherwise, I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.